I left a woman for dead on New Year's Eve. A year later, I met a girl who vanished from a locked room. My best friend, 8,000 miles away, met the exact same girl on the exact same night. This is my family's unsolved mystery. If you believe some doors shouldn't be opened, hit like and subscribe so we can watch them together. Story 1. The Woman on the Ice. Let's rewind. My life's been chaos for a while, so timelines are fuzzy, but some memories are carved in ice. This was 6-7 years back. New Year's Eve. Me and my ex, Duda, leaving a party. We were those late editions, the ones without a couch to crash on. So tired, buzzed, and dumb, we got in the car. The world was a black and white photo. Fresh snow, streets like glass, utterly empty. I had the heat blasting, some rock playlist fighting off sleep. Duda was out cold in the passenger seat. 10 minutes from her place. That's when my normal life ended. 1 second, empty road. The next, a woman, just standing in the center line, not walking, waiting. My brain short-circuited. I was slamming the brakes before I processed the knife. A huge, brutal kitchen knife gripped at her side. My headlights painted her in this hellish spotlight. Her face was a twisted mask of agony, screaming, crying, something utterly inhuman. It was sickly. I swerved right. She lunged left. The knife struck the car. The ice won. The world became a violent, spinning carousel. Duda woke up screaming. We spun 180 degrees and jerked to a stop. Silence, except for our ragged breath. Then, dread colder than the Vermont air flooded me. We were now facing the way we came. And there she was, maybe 30 feet away, backlit by my own headlights like a demon in a low-budget horror film, limping, dragging one leg, and screaming a raw, guttural, wordless sound that belonged to a wounded animal, not a person. She was closing the distance, 15 feet. Her clothes were torn rags, hair a wild nest. But the eyes. Guys, the eyes were the worst. Empty, blank, a dead screen stare. This wasn't a person having a bad trip. This was something else. A predator. Survival instinct kicked in. I slammed the car into drive and punched the gas. Tires screamed on the ice before grabbing. We lurched forward. We're clear. I was so wrong. I don't know how she moved that fast. Physics left the chat. 1 second she was in front of the bumper. The next she was on it. The whole car shuddered. She was on the hood, clinging with one hand, the other driving that knife into the windshield with terrifying force. Spiderwebs cracked across my view. Her face, contorted and screaming, was inches from the glass. And her eyes? They locked onto mine. It was personal. I screamed. Duda screamed. I just started swerving the wheel like a madman. Left, right. She slid, she scrambled, but she held on. On the fourth swerve, she finally flew off, hitting the blacktop with a sickening thud before sliding into the ditch. In the rear view, a still, dark shape in the snow. My heart wanted to stop. We have to help her. Duda's hand was a vice on my arm. No, we've been drinking. They'll never believe us. We'll go to jail. Her voice was pure, persuasive panic. And in that shattered moment, it sounded like logic. I listened. I drove away. I left a woman dead or alive in a frozen ditch on New Year's. The guilt was a physical sickness for months. I scanned local news, police blotters, missing persons. Nothing. Not a whisper. The car damage was a cryptic receipt. A starred windshield, deep scratches on the hood, knife tip marks on the window. No blood. I fixed it in a week. The memory? Never. But the thing that haunted me more than the woman was Duda. Within 2 days, she was fine. Brunch plans, gossip, life as usual. When I tried to talk about it, she got annoyed. We did what we had to do. Stop being dramatic. I looked at her and saw a stranger. We broke up later, other reasons, mostly, but that night was the first crack. It showed me a coldness I couldn't unsee. Maybe I'm the weird one for not being able to move on from almost being murdered, or maybe becoming a murderer. Story 2. The Girl in Two Places at Once. Time jump. I'm in my late 20s, New York City. Last New Year's Eve, I'm at a rooftop party in Williamsburg with friends. Midnight comes and goes. That's when I see her. A girl alone by the bar. Something about her energy pulled me in. Magnetic, easy. We talked, laughed, she pulled me to dance. Her name was Maitre. Like my tree, she said, spelling it on my hand with a pen so I wouldn't forget. The night was perfect. We left together. Back at my East Village apartment, we talked for hours. I learned details, random but vivid. San Diego. Painter. Ex-graffiti artist. Birthday, April 28th. 2 cats, Mia and Cosmo. Dad, a patent lawyer. Best friend from Hildesheim, Germany. She put her clothes in my washer, slept in my t-shirt. I woke up alone. Okay, no big deal. But then, the lock. My door only locks from the outside with a key. It was still locked from the inside. My apartment is small. 1 exit. Windows don't open. I searched like a lunatic. She was gone. So were her clothes from the dryer. And my t-shirt. It was an impossibility. A literal locked room mystery. I had no number, no last name. Just those crystalline details burning in my brain. Later that day, on a bizarre impulse, I called my best friend Garrett. We met at Barclay. He's in Hong Kong now, a genius coder. We caught up. He sounded off. I met a girl last night, he sighed. Went great. She vanished this morning. No info. I'm bummed. I laughed, a nervous edge in my voice. Dude, same. Exact same thing. What was her name? He asked. Maitre. Silence. A long, cold, digital silence. Describe her. We went down the list. San Diego. Painter. Graffiti. April 28th. The cats Mia and Cosmo. The lawyer dad. The German friend from Hildesheim. Every single detail. Matched. Then he sent a photo. It was her. The exact same woman. Now, feel the ice crawl down your spine. A time zone math is impossible. Garrett met her at 11 p.m. on December 31st in Hong Kong. I met her at 11:30 p.m. on December 31st in New York. That's a 12.5-hour difference. A non-stop flight is 16 hours minimum. Even if she sprinted from his apartment to a private jet the second she left, she couldn't have made it to my rooftop party. It's not unlikely. It's physically impossible. How? Why? We've dug online for a year. Maitre, painter, San Diego. Nothing. She doesn't exist. Or she exists in a way we can't Google. A shared hallucination? A dimensional glitch? A ghost with a detailed backstory? We have no answers. Just the bone-deep certainty that it happened. She was real. And then she wasn't. Story 3. The Light on the Lake. Father's story. This final piece comes from my dad. Before kids, he and his friend Victor owned a ski lodge on a frozen lake in Vermont. One New Year's Eve, their wives were away. Just 2 guys, beers, peace. Then, a silent, blinding flash of light from across the dark, frozen lake. Not from the sky, from the ground. No sound. Then, faint at first, a child's voice. Help! Help! They didn't hesitate. They ran out onto the solid ice, toward the far shore. Nothing but wilderness over there. They saw a small figure, a kid, maybe 30 yards out. Then, the second flash. So bright my dad fell to his knees, blinded. When his vision cleared, the child was gone. Vanished. Terrified, they raced back to the house. Victor suddenly yelled, pointing up. There's a boy in the window. My dad saw nothing but dark glass. They searched the locked, empty house. Nothing. That night, My dad woke twice to the sound of a child laughing in the halls. They never found an explanation. Not lightning, not flares. Just the light, the voice, and the vanishing. A perfect, terrifying mystery on the last night of the year. 3 stories, different decades, different locations. All on New Year's Eve. The liminal hour, the between time. What stitches them together? New Year's is coming again. You'll be making your plans. But maybe, just maybe, think twice about being on that empty road after midnight. Be careful who you bring home. And if you're near a frozen lake and see a strange light, don't go looking for the source.